taking Billy to the schoolhouse.
7:19, pal.
Is this 7? It is 7:19.
It is 7:19.
They're going to dump Billy off at the schoolhouse. I'm not sure how much mowing I'm gonna get done, but you know what's really funny? I watched it back when I edited the video last night, and I don't remember what it said, but there's like 10 people in the comments that says, you don't owe Billy a damn thing, you said it exactly like this, and they even quoted what I said apparently. Then there's like 10 people that said, pay the boy, you lost that one, you said what he said. Johnny Mow was like, you owe that boy $5. Like,
I watched it
there was
back.
a bunch of people that were like, they're like, pay the boy, you lost. And then there's a bunch of people that said, you don't owe him anything, you said exactly right. So I'm thinking, how can so many people be on both sides and hear it drastically different? I'm like, now I'm gonna have to, I don't remember what it said, now I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. But I don't remember what it said. But anyway, right now we're going to drop Billy off the schoolhouse. It's foggy as hell right now. It's they said visibility is less than a half mile, but it's very wet. It literally rained all night. Even the roads are wet. It's just gonna be wet mowing. There's nothing we can really do about it. So we just gotta mow it wet, and that's it. Some forecasts said it's gonna be pouring on me by 11. Some said noon. Some said 1 o'clock. So who the heck knows? We're gonna drop Billy off, and I'm gonna go get the truck and trailer ready, and well, it already is ready. I'm gonna pull it out of the shop and be on my way, and I'm gonna mow until I can't mow anymore. And that's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
There's a cheese wagon.
It's that time of year, and these yards are insanely green, so I'm rolling with it. You know, they're wet, and it sucks mowing all this wet grass all the time, but we're not in a drought, so I'm not complaining. Guess we're gonna have to mow. Oh yeah, and we picked up a new lawn yesterday. I forgot I was supposed to go do an estimate yesterday afternoon. I told the guy I would do it. He contacted me early in the day, and it's right in the area that I want to be in too. And we already have lawns, and it's along my Tuesday route, ironically. So I went and looked at it, and he wanted mowing, and he wants all of his hedges redone, flower beds re-edged and mulched, and there's a lot of them. And so I told him I'd get back to him today with a price on all of that, but I gave him a price right off the bat for mowing. He said, yep, go ahead, put me on your list. So another lawn, another one. Okay, so there's been a lot of talk lately on a lot of forums about running X blades, and I've been over this many times. If you're gonna run X blades, I highly suggest a high lift, short tail, and a regular tail, medium to low lift. This is the best blade combination I have ever found for running X blades. I have been running them for years and years and years. This is the 8th year of owning my business. I worked for another company for 10 years. I worked for another company for 4 years. I worked for another company for a couple years part-time. And we've run X blades forever. Long before these brackets ever came into place, we used to just run the bolt up through and tighten it up. The blades never moved. You really don't need these brackets. I use them because I got them and I like the idea of them, but we've never had a blade move to where they're not perfectly square from each other. So if you want to buy the bracket kit, it's like 40 bucks, I think, through Ballards, you can get it. But A lot of people suggest gator blades or some type of mulch blade on the top or on the bottom. I've tried it both ways. I've tried it with one gator blade and then a medium lift. I've tried it with one gator blade and a short tail high lift. I've tried one gator blade with a regular high lift, and I've tried one gator blade with a super high lift where the fin comes almost straight up. And I've tried it top, bottom, all different combinations over the years. Nothing works. You get a lot of clumps blown out and stuff. This is by far the best and the only way I will ever run X blades. That being said, I don't run them very often anymore. I usually run them in the fall because they do really well. And some lawns are a little taller, a little bit thicker because it cuts you off from mowing, but they still want you to come back and do the leaves. I found that it allows me to cut that taller, thicker grass plus the leaves and mulch it all right up. I actually did a video with Ryan, not last year, but the year before with the Right Sport X. And I showed really tall, thick, wet grass with leaves on it. And I went over it one time and I didn't even have to double cut it. It looked good enough. And it definitely did the job. So it's very rare that I run them. There's so much moisture and everything is so wet and thick right now that I figured, what the hell? I'm gonna give it a shot today. I got room for other mowers on the trailer, so if it doesn't work, I'll just grab the other mower. If I find it's giving me problems, grab the other mower. But why the hell not? Throw them on here and see what they do. Now I know, I'm gonna take some grief because that thing is staying home today. Today we were rolling with, well, we got the right because the right always goes. That 32, never know where you need to put it. But we have the Exmark lasers, the X series, and we have the Toro Grandstand, both 52 decks. Grandstand, Turbo Force, Exmark, Ultra Cut. Those decks are almost identical, okay? Some even say they are identical. I say almost, but I've said many, many times, when you are cutting heavy, wet, thick grass, especially up here in the Northeast, there are no two decks on the market that handle it better than these two decks right here. By far, not even close, in my opinion, okay, because I know everybody has opinions, and I know everybody's gonna, some will argue, some will agree, but in my opinion, there are no two mower decks on the market that will handle heavy, wet, thick grass like these two decks right here, the Ultra Cut and the Turbo Force. Like I said, matter of opinion, and I get it, I understand. Everybody has their preference, and that Skag, that Velocity deck, let me tell you, that thing does awesome. And it is definitely better than I expected it to be with the conditions we've had lately, and it is definitely better than any Skag decks I've ever run in the past. I don't know what they did to it, how they changed it, what they did. It's better. It's definitely better, but it still doesn't hold a flame to that Ultra Cut or that Turbo Force. Hands down, just doesn't even come close. Well, it started raining on me again. On the last one, I got two big ones done and it started raining on me. X blades are working amazing, by the way. I'd just like to say that, but it stopped raining, so I figured I'd keep going. I am in no mood to get soaking wet like I did all day yesterday, so we'll see what happens. But I just have this little one to do here. So a lot of people have been asking me for a first-person view of mowing. I usually don't film those. I don't like them. I don't like watching them. They're kind of boring to watch to me, but what the heck. I'm going to film one on this one. You guys can see this. And like clockwork, it started raining again. But look at that. It wasn't super tall, but it was, I don't know, probably about 4.5 inches or so, and I cut it down to 3. No clumping. And the other good thing is, with those X blades, so much force blowing out of that deck, I was able to clear the driveway. If I didn't have those X blades on, I would have had to get a backpack blower for sure. So yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just tired of the rain, but I hate being behind. So I don't know. The good news is they were calling for rain on Friday too, but now they're saying Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is gonna be no rain. Ironically, those are the days I have Billy. You guys saw him in yesterday's video, but for those of you who don't know, he has online classes on Monday until 12:55. And then he's in school Tuesdays and Wednesdays. He's off Thursday and Friday. So that's his schedule. So usually on Mondays he goes and mows with me if I'm not done. By the time he's done with classes, which has not happened yet this year. Last year it did. Mondays I always stacked really light. But I don't know what I was gonna say right there. My brain's frozen, man. My brain's frozen. It's not really cold at all. It's like 50 degrees. It's not that cold. But this year I have so many accounts, it's ridiculous that there's no way I'm done that early on a Monday. Yesterday we finished at 5:30. We did have to take an hour break out. We had an online meeting with his teachers discussing stuff for next year and classes he's going to take and stuff like that. So we had to stop and do one of those online Zoom meetings that took about 45 minutes. And then a lot of extra double cutting because everything's so wet. But so we finished about 5:30 yesterday, I think, 5 or 5:30, something like that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. If this continues, I'm just gonna call it. I'm not gonna sit and mow in this crap all day. I should be, as long as the rain holds out the second half of the week, I should be able to get caught up, no problem with Billy. But who's to say that weather forecast isn't gonna change again? What a good day it turned out to be. Other than the fact I got soaked I don't know how many times. Every time it seemed like it stopped raining, it was good to go. And I'd start another lawn, and then all of a sudden it would start raining on me again. No rhyme or reason. This cup doesn't even fit in there. What the crap? What's going on here? But yeah, so it was just like never ending, and it just kept raining on me, then it would stop raining on me, then it rained, then it would stop raining on me. But I was able to get the entire list done, and I was able to also mow a new one that I picked up yesterday, which is actually a pretty cool lawn. But it was all way overgrown, and besides being way overgrown, it was it had sidewalks and walkways that are like block work that were like 6 to 7 inches overgrown that nobody has been taking care of. So plus he's got a ton of landscaping he wants done there too, which is pretty cool. So if I ever get time, I got so much landscaping lined up right now, and I've told all my customers I don't know when I'm going to get to it. It's taking everything I have just to keep up on the mowing right now. And they're like, whatever, Randy, whenever you get to it. So good thing they're being super cool about it. But real quick, before I end this video out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a bunch of pictures at the very end of a few lawns I took pictures of today. That Toro with that turbo force deck and those X blades on there, whew, lifesaver. I probably couldn't have caught almost half the lawns I caught today if it wasn't for that mower, that deck, and that blade combination. So definitely a lifesaver. What else was I going to say? So the video, a lot of people asked what happened to episode 13, I think it was, Mow Boyz 13. I took it down. For those of you who did see it, you already know I discussed a part in there about how I think local lawn care companies are angry at me, a few of them, because you know, I usually send them a ton of lawns and stuff, a few different ones, and I haven't sent them anything. I'm keeping them all for myself, and it just seems like they're all pissed off at me, which, whatever, I don't care. It is what it is. We're all in this to be successful and succeed, so if they're angry at me because I'm not helping them be successful, then that's on them, because they should be able to do it on their own. And, you know, like I said, if you're not retaining your customers year to year, or at least most of them, and you're not, your phone isn't blowing up every freaking spring like mine does, then, you know, it's not my fault from me not sending you me not sending you work. It's your fault. You need to take a hard look at yourself. And it's a really, really hard pill for anyone to swallow, because nobody ever thinks they're doing anything wrong. But plain and simple, if you were doing everything you need to be doing in your business the right way, your phone would be ringing just like mine does. And I thought for sure that would be the clicker. That would get people fired up, and people would be all over me. You're arrogant, you're a prick, you're this and that, whatever, which I don't care. They can call me whatever the hell they want. But no, there was another segment in the end of it where I said I'd gone to a lawn, and it was a lawn Billy usually mows every week, but he didn't end up going mow with me Saturday, so I mowed it myself, and it was overgrown. I didn't think he was cutting it the height he was supposed to be, and there was some weed whacking there that I think he missed. And then one of my customers contacted me and said that he had missed weed whacking there, and he blew grass on their concrete pool deck and didn't blow it off. And so I said, you know, I got to get on him. I got to train him a little more, work with him more, and get him up to speed. And I reiterated in there, I'm not slamming on my son or this or that. You know, it's just, I don't hide the fluff like a lot of lawn care companies do in these videos. They hide the fluff. They only show the good. I show everything. So if Billy's screwing up or whatever, I show that, and I talk about that. And, you know, even Billy didn't understand what the hell the problem was. But listen, people just started attacking me. They're like, how dare you talk shit about your son, and what's wrong with you? If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even have your business. I don't know how that makes sense. But anyway, people were just going nuts. They're going off. I shut off the comments on it. I had other lawn care channels like texting me like crazy, like, what the hell is going on with these subscribers? I'm like, I don't know. Apparently I triggered a nerve, man. They're going nuts. So then people started sending me messages, like on Instagram. They started sending me emails. They started commenting on older videos to the effect of this video, you know, saying, you know, oh, at least you're not talking shit about your son in this one. And like, they're just losing their minds. And it really started to irritate me. So instead of arguing back with those keyboard warriors, I just took the video down. But there really wasn't too much in that video anyway, so no big deal. But anyway, so here I'm going to end this out with some pictures from today. And tomorrow's another day. It's supposed to pour rain all day, but it was supposed to today too. I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe I'll get to mow, maybe I won't. But if I don't, then it's a shop day, which I really need one right now. So we'll see what happens. But check out these pictures, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.